6. Before you skip this video, I need you to hear one thing. Right now, in offices all over the world, companies are quietly running pilot programs to test AI tools on the exact tasks that people like you and me get paid to do every day. Writing, research, customer support, data analysis, design, even coding. And here is the part that should get your full attention. Some of these tools are not just faster than humans. They are cheaper, they never call in sick, they do not ask for a raise, and they get significantly better every single month. Not slightly better, significantly better. Now, I want to be completely straight with you. I am not here to tell you that AI is going to end work as we know it. That narrative gets clicks, but it is not actually useful to you. What I am here to do is show you exactly which tools are already reshaping real jobs, what that looks like in practice, and most importantly, how you can use this information to your advantage instead of becoming a casualty of it. Because here is the truth that most people are not willing to say out loud. The people who lose to AI are not the ones who are bad at their jobs. They are the ones who refused to adapt. And the people who come out ahead are the ones who understood these tools early, built workflows around them, and made themselves significantly more productive than everyone else in the room. So today, I am walking you through the 5 AI tools that are having the biggest real-world impact on the job market right now. I ran real tests on all of them, not benchmarks. Actual tasks that real professionals do every day. By the end of this video, you are going to know exactly which one matters most for your career and what to do about it today. Let us get into it. The first tool is ChatGPT. And I know what you are thinking. Everyone knows about ChatGPT. But here is the thing. Knowing it exists and actually understanding what it is doing to the workforce are two completely different things. Most people use ChatGPT to write a quick email or fix a paragraph. That is like buying a Ferrari and only using it to get groceries. What companies are actually doing with it is an entirely different story. Take content and marketing teams. A mid-size e-commerce brand recently went from a 4-person content team producing 8 blog posts a week to a single content strategist using ChatGPT producing 25 pieces a week. Same quality. A quarter of the payroll. Customer service is another major area. Companies are now using ChatGPT-powered assistants to handle Tier 1 and Tier 2 support tickets without a single human involved. The escalation rate to human agents has dropped by over 60% at some of the companies that have deployed this technology. Legal teams are using it to draft first-pass contracts. HR departments are using it to screen applications and draft job descriptions. Finance teams are using it to summarize earnings calls and flag anomalies in data. Marketing teams are using it to generate ad copy, social posts, and email sequences at scale. The pattern is consistent across every single industry. Any role where a significant portion of the work involves producing structured written content is already being compressed. Not necessarily eliminated. Compressed. One person with ChatGPT can now do the work that used to require 3. So what do you do about it? You become the person who directs ChatGPT instead of competing with it. Learn prompt engineering. Understand how to write instructions that produce high-quality output. Learn how to edit and quality check AI-generated work so it meets professional standards. That skill combination is genuinely scarce right now, and it commands real value in the job market. The second tool is Cursor. This one is specifically reshaping the world for developers and anyone who works in tech. Cursor is an AI-powered code editor that understands the full context of your entire code base. You can describe what you want to build in plain English and Cursor writes the code. You can highlight a section, ask it why it is broken, and it explains the issue and proposes a fix in seconds. Here is a specific example. A startup was building a new feature that their lead developer estimated would take 2 weeks. Using Cursor, a mid-level developer on the same team completed it in 3 days. 3 days versus 2 weeks. That is not a marginal improvement. That is a fundamental shift in what one person can produce in a month. Junior developers who used to justify their cost by grinding through boilerplate code and routine bug fixes are finding that Cursor does all of that automatically. But senior developers who adopt Cursor are becoming almost superhuman in their output. They can prototype faster, iterate faster, take on more ambitious projects simultaneously, and deliver work that would have required a team of 3 just 2 years ago. The tool is not eliminating engineering work. It is raising the bar for what counts as valuable engineering work. The third tool is Gamma. This one is quietly disrupting consultants, strategists, and anyone whose professional deliverables live in slide decks. Gamma generates a fully designed, professionally structured presentation in under 60 seconds from just a topic or a rough set of bullet points. Clean layouts, consistent visual hierarchy, charts and imagery already included and formatted. I have watched consultants use this to generate first drafts of client decks in the time it used to take just to open PowerPoint and set up a blank template. One senior professional I spoke to said their deck production time dropped by about 70% after adopting Gamma. The strategic thinking still has to be yours. What Gamma eliminates is the hours of tedious formatting and layout work that used to sit between your ideas and a finished, presentable product. The use case most people miss is turning long written documents into visual presentations. You paste in a dense report or meeting notes, and Gamma converts the whole thing into a structured deck automatically. For anyone who regularly has to make complex ideas visually accessible to stakeholders, this is a genuinely meaningful time saver. The fourth tool is ElevenLabs. This one matters for anyone in media, content creation, training, or any field where audio plays a role. ElevenLabs generates synthetic voice audio from text that sounds more natural than most recorded human audio. You type a script, choose from hundreds of available voices, adjust tone and pacing, and get back a professional quality narration in seconds. Voiceover artists, narrators, e-learning producers, podcast editors, and corporate video creators are all navigating a rapidly changing landscape because of this technology. But here is the flip side that matters more for most people watching this video. If you are a creator, ElevenLabs removes one of the biggest barriers to publishing video content consistently. You do not need a studio. You do not need to be on camera. You do not need expensive recording equipment. You just need good ideas and a script. That access to professional-sounding audio production is genuinely new, and it is worth paying attention to. The fifth tool is Perplexity AI. Think of it as a research analyst who works instantly, never gets tired, and always cites every source they use. Traditional research takes hours. You open 12 browser tabs, skim through articles that bury the relevant information halfway down the page, try to hold everything in your head simultaneously, and then attempt to synthesize it all into something coherent and useful. Perplexity compresses that entire process. You ask a complex question, It searches the web in real time, reads multiple sources simultaneously, and delivers a structured, cited answer in under 30 seconds. The roles most directly affected are research analysts, market intelligence professionals, junior consultants, and journalists who spend significant time on fact-finding. The value of raw information gathering is dropping fast because anyone can now do it in minutes instead of hours. What is going up in value is knowing which questions are worth asking in the first place, being able to evaluate whether the information you received is reliable, and knowing how to translate raw intelligence into decisions or actions. Those capabilities still require human judgment. Perplexity also has a feature called Spaces, where you can create a focused research environment around a specific topic or project. It remembers previous searches and builds context over time. For anyone doing ongoing research in a specific domain, this turns from a search tool into something closer to a dedicated research assistant. And that is the consistent theme across every single tool on this list. The commodity is execution. The premium is judgment. The tools handle the mechanical parts of the work faster and cheaper than people can. What they cannot replace is the quality of thinking, the ability to build relationships, the judgment to know what matters, and the leadership to align people around a direction. So let us bring it all together. 5 tools, 5 industries, 5 very real shifts already happening right now. ChatGPT compressing content teams and automating structured communication. Cursor accelerating software development and raising the output ceiling for engineers. Gamma collapsing the time between ideas and polished presentations. ElevenLabs removing the production barrier to professional audio content. Perplexity replacing hours of manual research with minutes of structured intelligence. The professionals who come out of this period ahead are not the ones who are naturally more talented. They are the ones who recognized what was changing early and made a deliberate decision to get on the right side of it. Every tool I showed you today has a free tier. Every one of them takes less than 30 minutes to get started with. That is not a big ask for something that could genuinely change the direction of your career over the next 12 months. So here is your action step. Pick one tool from this list, the one that is most directly relevant to the kind of work you do every day. Go to the site today, create a free account, and spend 20 minutes actually using it on a real task. Not watching tutorials about it. Actually using it on something that matters to you at work. That is the entire gap between the people who adapt and the people who do not. Not talent. Not access. Just the decision to spend 20 minutes getting started. If you found this useful, subscribe. Every week on this channel we cover these tools, the workflows that make them practical, and the real-world impact they are having on careers and industries. I will see you in the next one.